Need for immediate resettlement of IDPs and building of public infrastructure destroyed in Gashish, Rob, and other communities of Barkiladi and Riom Federal Constituency. Speaker, we recall that about a year ago, there was an attack in some communities of my constituency, and we have close to about 13,000 people in different IDP camps. And as I talk to you up to today, these people are still languishing in these IDP camps. My motion or my prayer here is that these people should be resettled and taken back to their original homes. So I pray that Mr. Speaker would allow me that we sustain, we sort of drop our relevant standing rules for me to present this motion in details.
Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Constituency in Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the first leg of the motion, ably moved by my honorable colleague.
My name is Rumande Shaulu Kwewu, representing Donga, Taukumusa, and Yangtu Federal Constituency in Taraba State. Given the urgency of the situation, I second the second leg of the motion that the question be considered now.
The matter be taken now. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable, go ahead.
Mwadkwon. I'm from Plateau State, and I represent the good people of Barkin-Ladi and Riom Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, the House notes with concern the mass murder of June 18, 2018, which affected more than 20 communities in Gashish, Ganarok, Forum, and Bachi districts of Barkin-Ladi and Riom local government areas of Plateau State, where over 280 persons were reportedly killed by suspected gunmen, thousands of whom are women, many of whom are women and children. Both public and private properties were completely destroyed. Also note that the government and the role played by the armed forces in the mode of their operation and response to the attacks is worrisome and capable of causing massive apathy and loss of confidence in the part of the people. Almost 1 year after, no single arrest and prosecution has been made. Worried that the crimes of this nature have continued to harvest our people across the constituency, causing the agrarian communities to abandon their farms, settlements, and this has threatened food security, productivity, and worsened the unemployment indices, particularly the last onslaught on Kongoro in Boom Ward of Riom local government 2 weeks ago. Aware of the effort of the federal government in solving the security challenges in our dear nation, however, this is grossly inadequate as violence is escalating on a daily basis across the country, thereby causing untold hardship characterized by famine, communicable disease, maternal and child mortality within the constituency. Concerned that during the June 23rd massacre, the communities affected are in state of despair. Schools and other public infrastructures were equally destroyed by the invaders. Over 25 schools, 18 health centers, 43 communities were brought down. The number of the out-school children has risen to about 2,000 following a recent research presented to us. And students across these communities cannot have access to education. The total number of pupils in 11 IDP camps situated at Rawuru, Kokinban, Hepang, Gasa, Bokos, Geosciences, Sangasa community, and many others are about 13,000 persons. Recall that the federal government had pledged the sum of 10 billion naira as intervention fund to cater for the immediate needs of the IDPs. As I speak to you, Mr. Speaker, we are yet to ascertain if the funds have been released to the state or not, as the desired impact has not yet been felt. The House resolved, 1, mandate the Committee on National Emergency Management Agency, when constituted, and other relevant government agencies to urgently swing into action to resettle and rebuild the destroyed communities and schools. 2, urge the federal government to immediately release the 10 billion naira meant for resettlement and intervention to the communities in the state charged with the responsibility to commence the project. 3, urge the Ministry of Education through the Universal Basic Education, UBE, to assist the state government so as to commence the rebuilding of all the primary schools and secondary schools without further delay. Fourthly and finally, urge the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency to also assist the state government to commence rebuilding of the destroyed health facilities. So moved. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And with the recent report, Mr. Speaker, of over 2,000 school children that have no access to education, it has become so worrisome that if this matter is left unchecked, Mr. Speaker, we will be, at this point, breeding a society that we cannot control tomorrow. Of course, somebody that is not in school is likely to be used anyhow, anytime, by anyone to cause problems. And we'll be breeding a society that we cannot control in future, because the school children that are supposed to be in school now will have no access to education. And definitely we'll be breeding social problems that may lead not to the growth and development of this country. I also envisage a very big problem, Mr. Speaker, especially with regards to the health centers that were also destroyed. People have no access to Medicare, and we have a lot of challenges with regards to their health needs. And therefore, it is my prayers that honorable colleagues should consider this motion of being of urgent importance and support that the prayers that have been so listed should be accepted by the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The ayes have it. The motion is referred to the relevant committee when constituted.